Um, Nobody is here, so. Charlotte. Now we have to manage. She's playing pickleball this week. Yeah, it's a pickleball tournament she's in. Yeah, thank you for taking care of the flags.
Reminding me, check on subscriptions, so I saw them still doing.
You know, last time I came through, not me, is it? It was only for the day.
Luckily, yeah, and, I made sure the fire station, was required. But, yeah, everything should be back up.
Yeah.
I didn't do the backups, did you?
I did the backups.
You described American, but I had, the state and, the firefighting public safety funds down too.
Over here.
Yeah.
I did not do these.
You have to these.
I did the head of the island here and the town hall. I haven't ever really done the fire department one because I don't feel like they always take care of it themselves, but maybe not.
No, this is, maybe, I don't know.
Make us change. I guess not.
But I actually, tested them about, because I couldn't make that meeting. And just because, and didn't hear about.
Okay. Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so we are going to start our select board meeting. We are recording, and at this present time, we have no participants here on, so just all of you. And I'd like to begin with the warrants. I'd like to make a motion that we accept accounts payable number 110 for $13,663.54. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? I'd like to move that we accept payroll number 111, $3,844.38. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? No. I'd like to move that we accept payroll number 112 for $2,581.34. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. And lastly, I'd like to move that we accept accounts payable number 113, $1,670.34. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. I'd like to move that we accept the minutes of June 15th, 2026 select meeting. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. And before we go any further, I just want to say that this is the last meeting that we have with Lisa, and we're gonna miss the heck out of her. And I know she is gonna be really sorry that she's not gonna continue to be with us. We know your number. But thank you. Here. This is the last meeting for her, and starting Wednesday, you get a jump in, so we're losing a really good person to gain a really good person, so absolutely. And we do know how to find you. All right, let's move to citizens issues, and Kyle.
So, as some of you may know, I've been the tree warden for the past 21 years for my Fort Island. I'm here to officially express my concern and disapproval that my report was not included in the town report this year. And instead, April has been June, I guess she substituted that sometime Jim wrote. I have never seen a substitution before for an officer. I've every there have been years where reports have not been submitted, and usually it's left blank or it says no report submitted. April did give me until Tuesday, May 5th to get my report in, and I sent it in on May 4th, which is a Monday. She said she moved it by Tuesday. So I'm not sure why it didn't make it in. There is some irony to this because in 2022, Mike Hughes wanted to give a free talk on Browntail Lawn at the town hall, and he had approached the selectmen about at the time about doing this talk, and he bypassed me and just gone straight to the selectmen, and I wasn't aware of it until I got an angry call from Jim Weil saying he had there was a conflict of interest with the town endorsing a private tree company. And as some of you may know, Mike works out, he collects some Starburst, he works out of Yarmouth, so he doesn't do business on the island. But Jim was very concerned that because the town was allowing him to give a free talk, that somehow the town was endorsing Mike Houston's business. Needless to say, the talk never happened. I believe April also had concerns about this, so this action, having Jim report place in line, seems very hypocritical to what they were arguing in 2022. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention, that I wasn't really too pleased with it. After 21 years, I've never missed a town report. I have an email here that shows the date my email was sent and the day April gave me to submit it, so I'm just confused as to why it's not.
Yeah. One, I know that the actual deadline that we were pushing for was way earlier than that, but yeah, but practically a month earlier.
Right.
April, do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I'm searching my email again. Kyle, I didn't get that email.
Because I know we had a discussion about that and I know she didn't substitute, she
This is it.
had
This
somebody
is
do it at the
her
last.
email, and she said she needs it by Tuesday, and my email on Monday, May 4th.
So it would have come out to you on May 4th?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle, the last email I have from you in my email account is January 30th.
I'm not sure, did I address it to April? Yeah,
Says town clerk.
yeah.
So I don't know, it may have been a spam filter thing. I checked it though lately and I didn't see it.
Either
So-
way, with your previous concerns that Mike Hughes was giving a talk and getting in a private arbor, I want his friends that you would then go and have a report, submitted by Jim.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it was the 11th hour. I didn't have a tree report.
Right.
I know it's something that people look for and I've never left a report blank. And a town report might have happened in the past. I
I've seen it in
often
the past.
frequently write them for people,
Mhm.
all the time. Several people this year couldn't get it in on time.
Yeah.
So basically, it wasn't in, I had to format it that day. I went to Jimmy, I said, tell me about trees. He wrote down a list of stuff on a piece of paper, he gave it to me, I came in, I wrote it up and.
Right.
And we were,
It didn't sound like Jim's writing, that you go to college.
Yeah,
Jim
no.
has
Yeah, no.
reports.
and we were aware of this and we know that she had asked and again, you know, I see your email, she didn't get it, so clearly there was some mix up. So what I would encourage you to do, Kyle, is make sure that when she starts nagging way back in April, because I get the same nag.
Yeah.
And that this is a very, very last minute, and by that time, she's really put everything together and trying to fit things in.
I understand it was last
So,
minute, but, there was a date there, you know, I need.
And I'll tell you, not making excuses, but with the deer committee, lately our, what's it called, Barracuda, or our sort of,
It's Barracuda.
spam filter.
Yeah.
Especially kicks yours into like, and you have to separately look at the email and then see it's okay and resend, so I don't know if that happened.
I
Because
searched
it
Barracuda
happened.
too, because,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I don't know why they
Barracuda
keep doing certain emails that you've had interaction with before, but they keep kicking it into that, so it's just something, but I'm not making excuses.
I don't know, I've never
But-
seen
but-
someone replace a town report, you know, have someone else, like another plumber, get a report for.
It just, in April's defense, it is a brutal to get people to respond and in a timely manner to get that thing put together. She does a Herculean effort putting that town report together, and it's, you know, it's freaking annoying that you gotta chase people all the time to get information, You're like a babysitter or a nanny.
so we did talk about whether or not to put Jim's name on it, and I think you guys were part of that discussion, I recall it coming up. And basically, we decided to do it to have some authority
Mhm.
to it. Not to advertise, it doesn't say, call Jimmy, it doesn't say, we didn't even put a number on
Well,
it. We
I
could have
looked
left it
at
blank.
everyone else's signatures and they say respectfully, you know, harbor master, it doesn't say Ted Prestige, Warren installer, you know.
But Jimmy doesn't have it titled, so we had to put what he was and why it was
Yeah,
meaningful for that report.
Yeah, so Kyle, I will say that from my perspective, April did the right thing, which is to put something in there. And again, it looks like you did make an attempt. And I don't know why it didn't show up, but we needed something in there, and especially because right now there are a lot of issues with, tree issues between the brown tail moth, between the little,
Winter moth.
winter moth and,
What's the?
so we
Emerald ash,
need,
emerald ash,
yeah,
coming?
yeah. So we need something, and you know, I would love it if you would, in fact, I will talk to the Conservation Commission to see if you would do some talk for us, here, on those kind of issues, because it is something that we need.
Yeah, we've done several talks at the brewery, both.
I know, I'm not talking about the brewery, I'm talking about here publicly, so it's not at a private business, but locally, either at the town hall or here. I mean, we had somebody come in the fall who talked about the winter moth. He came and
Yeah, and emailing Tom, there is a parasitic wasp that
Yeah.
does go after brown tail. And I was able to catch some pictures of the wasp eggs, I mean, not brown tail, the winter moth.
Yep,
So I had pictures that I've been emailing him, and I tried to collect a sample, but I did catch some really nice high resolution pictures of wasp eggs on the winter colony.
oh, nice. And he had, I think he had put some traps or something, down at the town hall last fall to try to, we had asked him to, you know, he talked about
I
doing.
think they
another
said they
community.
didn't have it enough, or they only had so many, but then all of a sudden they.
Yeah, we asked him to come to, so I feel like it's a need, and, so I will be in contact with you, but, as you said, it's like, you know, if we don't hear from you, then we'll get somebody else or whatever, or, but, you know, hopefully next year, because we do ask for this every single year, that, you know, we'll let you know early enough, which is what I know April does. And that somehow, you know, and again, waiting till the very last minute, wasn't the best thing, and I'm sorry she didn't get it. Because it wasn't a substitute, it really was, we need something to go in there. And something is better than nothing, and that's what she had.
Yeah, I see a conflict of interest, you know, because it's her husband for one, and then also he's a private arborist. He's like the only arborist that works out of Westport Island, so.
Is it a conflict of interest for Ted Christie to be the harbor master?
Well,
He's the only guy who put the
These are
door
the
in?
things that you brought up in 2022.
So in that situation, it was brown tail moth
Mhm.
really heavily at that time. And people needed sprays, and Mike Hughes was doing sprays in the area and injections. And yes, Jimmy and I thought it was inappropriate to have a private business person hosting a town talk. You want
And
to
then
look
do
at
the
adult
spray.
talk, that's one thing, but for our taxpayer dollars to fund a competitor to give a talk to the town about a current problem that he's providing a service for, we thought.
I think it was free.
It was a free talk.
No, the taxpayers are paying to light the building, have the Zoom, have the staff come in to accommodate it. So whenever the town does something, there's a cost. And what we had suggested at the time was, like we did with the winter moth, have a state professional come in. They're available, and that would be neutral. And it wouldn't be somebody selling that very thing, giving the talk.
Yeah, and Kyle, we're not perfect for sure, but one of the things we're trying really hard here is to make sure that, we're not, showing preference from one business over another. And that's why, like I said, if we do a talk, we'd appreciate it here or at the town hall, just so that it doesn't appear that we're
The talks
favoring.
that we've done, I've done them just under our farm and brewery, and they're open, we work with Kelps and Coast Conservancy, and.
Right.
You know, it's a nice place, and we were able to take people out on a walk and identify some of the.
Right, and I think that's that's a,
Those are great.
Yep.
Until you see it
Yep.
up in person.
Yep.
I personally think it's much more effective.
Yep, and I agree with that. I like the idea of being able to do a tour, but just know that for the most part, what we're trying to do is making sure that, we're not we're not targeting any business. We're just trying to be, as neutral. Yeah, as neutral as possible. And that's not just with the trees, that's with anything. We just work really hard to try to do that.
But like April said, there's a lot of conflict of interest. You have the harbor master who's also, docks and.
Right, yeah, as I said, we're not perfect, yeah,
Work through this,
Yeah.
and these guys have been doing their job well for a very long time.
yeah,
I don't know if that's a conflict necessarily. It's an area of expertise, and if they ever use their position to try to drum up business, that would be a
then it's a
conflict.
conflict, yeah.
But just being an expert and being in the business and holding the position is not, I don't think.
So going back to Mike Hughes then, he's an expert in the business, who said he wanted an independent state expert that was not in business.
But she,
Same argument.
I think she's saying, but Mike Hughes isn't appointed as anything for the town. That's where the.
Yeah, I mean,
overlap
I
would
guess
be
But
with
if the town says, give a free talk and, I don't know, I think those two scenarios are very, very similar.
Well, the difference here is it was the 11th hour. I didn't have time to canvass the island for tree experts. I happened to live with one and I needed a tree report.
Yeah,
And I mean-
the thing about this, all I can say, Kyle, is that, you had been given several warnings. For whatever reason, you did submit it, but it didn't get to where it needed to go, but, and again, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean,
Next time you can do it a little bit earlier, and then she's not scrounging around, because if it's not Jim, she'd get somebody else. We needed something. And so hopefully, you can start thinking about it now, and it comes to basically in April is when we're already looking for it. So this was already May. I mean, that was really the very, very last minute. That's. It's, sometimes you love technology and sometimes you hate it. And clearly you show that you have it. She can't find it on hers, and I know we talked about it because it was the last minute, and she just went with what she had. Jeff, did you have any? Carol? Okay. We're gonna skip roads because Jim is not here. Hopefully he's back at work. Any updates on committees?
The gutters are going on the town hall, supposedly, on the 26th. So that's a good sign. They keep putting it off.
That's gonna be so helpful.
Was there a new, wasn't there a new grant coming forth? Maybe,
I don't have news on it yet.
okay. Select board business, one of the things we need to do is approve a $5,000 expenditure, up to $5,000 for, an architectural study. And I don't think we need any paperwork for that. Yes, we just, yeah, fire station, firehouse, yeah. So I'd like to move that we approve up to $5,000 to be used for the fire station architectural study. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
I think on your agenda, there's an assessor's agent contract. We're gonna, table that for right now. We're still looking at some of the details and wanna, hold off on that. Yes, you don't have to stay for this. This gets pretty boring.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. All right, next, as I said, we'll table that when we do have the draft snow removal contract. And, I'd like to move that we, accept that, snow removal contract. Do I have a second? Yes,
Well, just,
second,
all in favor?
So discussion.
any other changes since, your first announced the contract and the. Board?
Not, the only change was the one that we talked about at the town meeting, which was plowing. We just made it explicit. I think it was already in there, sort of, is to plow, Swamp Creek there, that turnaround.
Yes,
I think that was it.
it's the same,
Basically the same
basically the same as when we
template.
put out the RFP.
Yep,
It just-
and we will next month and meet with, the new, plowman, and when we have changing of the guard, and, meet with him personally to just make sure, we're all set with that. All right, we have also another contract, it's the co-file,
Do we have to sign that one?
you know?
I think you do, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
I think
Jeff.
just Donna.
It's
Oh, no,
Jeff.
no, the snow one, no.
I didn't think I
Because
did.
that we need to sign with witnesses and a notary and stuff. We'll
Right.
have him come
And
in
I
and
think
do
with
it all
him,
together.
yep,
Yeah,
we'll do
I
that
just wanted
next
you,
month.
you
Yep.
to approve the
Yeah,
language.
the co-file needs to be signed though.
Yes.
The co-file is actually something that Gay deals with. They do the book preservation, take all this massive stuff and make it all nice and organized, make it digital and, she's been doing that. Yep, she's been doing that for years now, does a wonderful job with that. And so right now, looks like book 7 and 8, and where, looks like they do per page and per image, so they do both, electronic and, hard copy of things, and total cost, projected cost is $3,696.26. I think we earmarked about $5,000 in the budget for that. Just in case something comes up. Am I the customer? I guess I am.
You are.
Do we motion first?
Oh, so I'd like to make a motion before we sign anything, that we approve this, contract with CoFile. Do I have a second? All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
now you can sign it.
Now.
Too funny, I guess it goes over here. This is my signature.
You get that on this one. Is your
And over
title for your
here,
name?
yeah. They should give me little arrows, you know,
And your title?
do this, today it's this, it won't be tomorrow,
And the date.
which is the 29th. I bet you've been holding on to that date for a long time, haven't you?
Tomorrow technically.
Okay, so that is taken
I
care
got
of.
them tomorrow because I want to, hopefully if Ashley can sort of, get the bond bank application going. I want to kind of kickstart that with her.
Yeah, because it's actually not officially happening until October or November when we get
August.
the money.
Yeah, but August, I think it's August, beginning of August, August 1st, it's the applications are due.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and it's not a hard application at all. It's,
And you've got the guys that are helping you. or
yes,
will be helping us.
and there's gonna be more to that. I remind Ashley to just reach out to him and let him know that everything was approved at town meeting and what are our next steps. So,
Yeah.
but the bond bank is really nice, woman that I've been working with. They're really very responsive and very helpful, really nice. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Nobody had a question at all. We thought surely somebody's gonna ask about,
I
you know,
know.
what is a bond, because we haven't done bonds before. There's
No.
$750,000. We had problems with the $30,000, but not the 750,000, so
Yeah.
you never know. But yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be in tomorrow. So,
Perfect.
yeah, so, yeah.
All right, last on our list is a long list, actually, of FY 26-27 appointments. And what we started doing last year is having meetings with the different committees that we're responsible for. We have these committees because the town needs them for a purpose. Like the Deer Committee, like the Fire Department Committee. It's like they're there because we need help. And so there's a specific purpose that they exist. And that doesn't include things like the, you know, neighbor to neighbor or WCA or like the Friends. Those are 501c3s, those are separate. The town has no responsibility for those. But we will be starting next month, meeting with each of the committees again. And at that point in time, a new chair would be elected. It could be the same chair, but chairs are elected, and other positions if there is another position. So I'd like to go through this list and then just approve them all, if that's okay with everybody. All right. Amos Greenleaf for Animal Resource Officer and Jim Cromwell for Animal Resource Officer Deputy. Gay Wagner is archivist. Bob Mooney is archivist deputy. He's done some wonderful stuff with all the scanning he's done. Josh Berry Assessor's Agent, Donna Gregory, Board of Appeals member, Adam Weber, Cemetery Committee member, Alex Cromwell, Cemetery, is he still a member of the? Alex Cromwell,
I
the
think so.
Cemetery, okay, Cemetery Committee member, Archie Bunyan, Cemetery Committee member, Sherry Nelson, Cemetery Committee member, Gary Richardson, Code Enforcement Officer, Ron Studley, Code Enforcement Officer Deputy, Greg Gale, Conservation Commission Associate Member, Ray Antweiler, Conservation Commission Associate Member, Shelley Dow, Conservation Commission Associate Member, Thomas Perry, Conservation Commission Member, Donna Curry, Conservation Commission Member, Amos Greenleaf Constable, Gary Weber, Constable Deputy, Brett Jones, Deer Overpopulation Committee, Bud Gallagher Overpopulation Committee, Jason Abbott, Kyle DePietro, Ted Christie, Todd Nichols, and Zach Pertez, all Deer Overpopulation Committee. Jason Cates, E911 Addressing Officer Deputy, Jason Cates, EMA Director, Joe Dickertan Senior, EMA Director Deputy, Julie Casson, EMA Director Deputy, Stacy Hutchin, Fire Chief, Jason Abbott, Fire Chief Deputy, Brian Mackey, Gary Weber, Jason Abbott, Richard Coventry, Richard Lawrence, and Stacy Hutchinson, Ashley Murray, Fire Station Ad Hoc Committee. Are you getting all those down, Carol?
Yeah.
Ashley Murray, Fire Station Ad Hoc Committee, Donna Curry, General Assistance Administrator, Ashley Murray, General Assistance Administrator Deputy, Trevor Harris, Harbor Committee Member, James Mixel, Harbor Committee Member, Jason Cates, Harbor Member Committee, and Ted Christie, Harbor Master. Oh, we're not done.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Dan Bradford, Harbor Master Committee. All right, let's go to the History Committee, a bunch of associate members. We have Carolyn Connor, Dee Dee Greenleaf Hodgkin, George Richardson Jr., John Henderson, Luana Froyce, Mary Ellen Barnes, and Ruth Lorraine Presby, all for the History Committee associate members. History Committee member, Jean Williamson Exter, LCRPC Public Representative, Jeff, Kathy Henderson, Local Health Officer, Dee Dee Greenleaf Hodgkin, Municipal Agent, April Thibodeau, Municipal Agent Deputy, and Ashley Murray, Deputy Municipal Agent. April Thibodeau, Planning Board Alternate 1, Susan Gallagher, Planning Board Alternate 2. Has she been asked?
Yes.
Good, yeah, great. John Henderson, Planning Board Member, Gary Richardson, Plumbing Inspector, Ron Studley, Plumbing Inspector Deputy, April Thibodeau, Public Access Officer, Bailey Bartlett, Shellfish Committee Member, Neil Stanton, Shellfish Committee Member, Ashley Murray, Tax Collector and Treasurer, April and Dee Dee, Tax Collector and Treasury Deputy, April Thibodeau, Town Clerk, Ashley and Dee Dee, Deputy Town Clerk. I just noticed that Bailey is not on here for,
Cemetery.
cemetery.
No, a lot of people are.
Because they're 3 years.
It's a terms, yeah.
We have a lot of people who do a lot of volunteer stuff.
Yes.
A lot of committees have multi-year.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Just one point, with the Regional Planning Commission, I think their appointments are usually for 3 years. So is that how you understand that appointment?
No, we do it every year. We could,
Sure.
if they wanna do it for 3 years, we could adjust it. That's kind of what I inherited was for 1-year terms.
Yeah, that's why I told them, they said, no, 3 years. So
Oh, we got you up there again. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, you're the treasurer too, aren't you?
That's right, but I wouldn't be if I wasn't reappointed. If I wasn't on the board.
Right.
It's because I'm on the board, then in addition, I'm on the executive committee and treasurer,
Okay.
secretary.
Oh, secretary, right?
There's some money.
Yeah. No.
So I'd like to move that we accept these positions. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And one I didn't include here is, we're looking to have, Jim Cromwell do the E911 addressing officer, since he has to check whenever there's a new culvert that comes in or new driveway. Would make sense that he would do it, but we haven't, we think he's okay with it, but we also have to then talk to Evan and make sure that he's okay not doing it. So we haven't done that yet, so we'll be. What's your thinking, Jeff?
Well, one of the responsibilities is updating the database, the state database. And
Ashley's
that
gonna
was-
help him with that.
that was actually an issue with the prior. appointment. And that prior appointment didn't work out because
Yep, I remember that prior
the
appointment.
staff here had to do all day, all the work.
Yep, yep.
So that's
So, yeah, so we haven't made a firm decision on that, and that's why it's one of the ones that was highlighted, but not
It's
anything.
kind of impossible to coordinate Jim and Evan and Gary for this supposed driveway permitting system we have. So this would be one way where every time one goes in, Jim has eyes on it. He can say, good spot, bad spot, need this, need that. And it would just streamline it a lot.
Instead of having 3 people, you'd have 2 people that
Yeah.
are really looking at it.
And Ashton's generously volunteered to do the data
That's-
side.
that's the
That's the
kicker.
kicker. I know.
Yep, so we'll see, and hopefully there won't be that many new houses coming up. So that is, some of the appointments. And then, as I said, next month we'll be meeting with a lot of these different people. And that's the last thing that I see on my list. Anything brilliant to say to be your last day here?
It's been real.
That's a nice thing to say. With that, if there are no other comments or whatever, I'd like to, make a motion that we adjourn for the night. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
I was gonna give you your last chance to
Aw.
say second, but it's into memoriam.